After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pinhook and Needles podcast. It is Monday, April 27, 2015. This is episode 152.
Is it 27th?
It is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yes. Next week is Maryland's Sheep and Wool. Yay. Okay.
So who are you, Kirsten?
I am Marlecia Fernandez. There. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Marlecia, also known as Lady
Oh,
Fernandez.
well, anyone who's received stuff from us knows anyway.
Oh, I know. No big deal. Everybody knows who I am. Kind of, sort of.
Well, now they do.
I'm Marlecia, also known as Lady Furnico, just about everywhere. Unless you're on my writer's sites, then I'm Shadowlight or Shadowlight1 or just Marlecia.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy, all over the internet.
All over the internet.
All over. Ravelry, Instagram. Wherever if there's a Franciscan Gypsy on a site, it is me.
We're a little later than I wanted to get started this morning, but we're still late. It's still early.
Still late.
Still late. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. We were hoping to get started around 6:30, but life got in the way. And
Eating got in the way.
yeah, we had to eat breakfast, and we took a little longer than we thought we would. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad
And we
to
want
have
to
you
ask
with
them what they're drinking.
What they're
And
drinking.
everyone else.
We could have done that after we welcomed them. Then they could be drinking with us.
Or maybe they want to drink before they're welcome. Maybe they want to feel more at home.
That does not make any sense.
I thought it made perfect sense.
Oh, there you go thinking again.
So,
All right, we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. Thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you with us. We know there are a lot of podcasts out there that you can watch, so it makes us happy that you're spending some time with us.
mm-hmm.
We want to make a special thank you for those who have joined the group officially. We have Margie Beth. I'm sorry. Every time I read that, I see Mary Beth as Margie Beth, and I'm assuming that's her name. And then Brenda 369, who is Brenda. Welcome to both of you, Margie Beth and Brenda. Kirsty 2610, who is Kirsty, and I have to always look at hers carefully because I want to say Christy, but it's Kirsty. And Teji Tots. I love that name. It just makes me laugh. That's Kira. And then there's Star Archangel, which I love that name as well. So welcome. We don't have a name for her, but we welcome all of you. Margie Beth, Brenda 369, Kirsty 2610.
Is that everybody?
Teji Tots and Star Archangel, yes.
Okay.
So we want to thank you all.
I think some new members I'm thinking of are from last week.
Yes. I want to welcome you all. And if you're still in the shadows, we'd like to invite you to come out into the light. It's a friendly place. We have tea. I have chai tea in my mug. What do you have in your mug?
I have Dark Rose Hearts, which is awesome. Need a little bit of a stronger tea today.
Now that we do morning podcasts, I treat myself to my favorite chai tea. So
you haven't had the headaches as often anymore either,
No.
right?
No, but also I've been trying not to have as much of the chai tea. I'm cutting back on it and having other teas in the afternoon sometimes.
Except when she's not.
Except when I'm not.
So we want to know what's in your mug.
What's in your mug? Tell us. We'd love to know. And that thread's been pretty active.
It has been.
Cool.
It's usually the one I keep up with the best because when I don't have brain power, it's easier to respond there and still interact with you all.
I was so proud of myself. I was getting really caught up, and then I looked at the threads, and it's like, wow, there's numbers there again. Big numbers.
We have an awesomely chatty group.
I love our group. It's so awesome. I read them all. I just don't get a chance to answer them all in a timely manner. And I do want to thank the people who got back to me about the writing and sent me emails. I sent at least one thing out, one story out, and Sharon, she used to be Elvanessence. I think she's Elvin Knits now. I received your address this morning, and I'll get that out to you as soon as I can. Thank you for your interest. And if there was somebody I forgot that I didn't get in contact with you about my writing that you wanted to read it, just contact me and give me your email because I won't send it over Ravelry. it'll have to go via private email. So, okay. Yeah, we want to go into publicity.
Yes. Just a couple of...
Yeah, publicity.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you not going to speak over me?
Well, I can do that too.
I just want to make sure before I start talking.
Why?
So, it would be rather rude if you spoke over this part. Just want to do some promotion for a couple of our members, few of our members. Couple few.
What's a cup of few?
Yeah.
A cup of few? Is that tea?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Tis not. So,
Is it or is it not?
that is the question.
Yes. Now, what is the answer? The question is.
Pharmagurumi, Mary, has her own podcast now.
Check it out.
Check it out. It's Yarnaceuticals.
She's funny.
She had episode 0,
Which is an intro.
and I have yet to watch episode 1 because...
Which is funny. She makes me laugh. She said hi to us. You say hi. Hi, Mary.
I'm behind on everybody. I've got like this queue of people that I have to watch in order, so I don't get too far behind on everybody. And
I bounce around. So some of them I'm like 3 behind, and some of them I'm like waiting for the next one. I need to get all of them done in order.
So I'm behind, and I'm going to get to Mary's. But she has her group. She's a brand new podcast. She's a PHN member. Check her out.
Yes, she's very easy to listen to. She makes me laugh.
Also, Brittany B-Wing
Mm-hmm.
has a new RAV group. It's called Comforting Crafts, and it's for crafting for charity.
Check it out. It looks it's very good, and I think she's accepting hats and scarves and.
Check out the group.
Check out the group.
She's
Yeah.
pretty thorough. I think she has a Facebook group for it too.
She does. She does. Okay, now this is the big one.
Yes.
We were contacted. What, about a month ago?
I think it's been so hard to keep it a secret from now.
Yeah, it's been hard. A month or 6 weeks ago or whatever. Shannon and Jason, who are Shibbits guys.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the.
Isn't it Sheepus guys?
It's like the dog.
Okay.
I don't know how it's pronounced. Shannon can tell me. I don't think Jason's online very much, but Shannon can tell us. But in any event, he's the green sweater I made, the green and purpley kind of dragonfly fibers, the dragonfly sweater I made, that was Shannon's pattern. And I believe Shannon is the designer and Jason is the photographer. And they have put together an amazing crochet book. And they asked us to feature it on the podcast. And we said yes. So they sent us a copy of the book, which is absolutely amazing. I know it's out of screen, but this is the book. It's called Designer Crochet, and I think it's still on pre-orders.
I think it is as well.
Okay.
There is no digital form at this time,
At this time, there's no digital. I don't know if there will be or not.
Yeah.
But at this point, there's only a hardcover. This book, if you are a crocheter or think you want to crochet.
Well, it's not hardcover, it's soft.
What? Hard copy.
Oh, I thought you said hardcover. I was like, that's not hard.
It's harder than a digital version unless you use the Kindle Bop somebody with. This is Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby, who is a very talented designer. They sent us a copy, what do you call it? A preview copy.
Yes.
And this is amazing.
It is.
Ty and I, whether it's knit or crochet patterns, if we look at a magazine or a book or something like that, it's very rare that we find more than 1 or 2 patterns.
Oh yeah.
This that we like. And
sometimes you're buying the magazine for just the one
pattern, yeah, depending on what the cost is. Now, I have to say honestly that I think there were like only 1 or 2 patterns in here that I didn't like, and everything else I loved.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Shannon in an email that the schematics scared me a little bit because I've never done charts, but he writes everything out too.
And we went through and flipped and found where every single chart he has an accompanying written form of that.
Yeah, it's very well explained.
Because the chart scared me. I apparently am a hesitant crocheter, which kind of surprises me. Yeah. Yes, I design crochet toys, and apparently I'm a hesitant crocheter, because this thing scared the crap out of me.
I want to show you.
But he makes it easy with, as soon as I saw the charts were explained, I felt better, because I don't do crochet charts.
I don't do charts at all. I'm trying to show you this so you don't know what it is or anything like that, but you can see. Let me get a bigger chart. Let me get a bigger chart. There's one here that's got a bigger chart because it's more complicated.
I don't know if we should really show it, Mom.
I just want to show that there is a chart and a.
Well, we can just tell them and they'll have to believe us. I don't like showing his pattern.
Yeah, I guess that's right. They can do it. It's a chart. It's a chart, and then right underneath they have how to do what's in there. It's amazing. There are charts, there are written patterns, but I do want to show you. We do want to show you essentially what we're doing is a review of this book. We haven't done any patterns yet. We are waiting to see. Shannon was checking on yarn support for us.
And I did not want to swatch before I knew what yarn I was using, because I fully believe that swatching is necessary, but I also fully believe in not doing more swatching than I absolutely have to.
I did start swatching for one of them. The green swatch I showed you, I started swatching. I have not finished the swatch. I'm waiting to see if I'm going to be doing it in that yarn or if I'm going to be doing it in a yarn that Shannon has possibly has
procured.
And we know that may not be the case. We're just waiting to see.
Yeah, we're trying to find out one way or another. I don't want to do more swatching than I have to.
There's not a...
I already have yarn if... I bought yarn specifically for it.
And I have yarn that I had in stash, but let's see if we can show them some of these patterns here.
Because Knit Picks, amen, hallelujah, is very inexpensive and nice for getting crochet worth a sweater.
Now this
crochet worth a sweater, that made no sense. Crochet
a sweater.
A sweater's worth of crochet. Wait, sweater's worth for a crochet project.
Okay, are you finished?
Not remotely.
Not remotely. We've been doing Princess Bride all morning, quotes back and forth with Davina. He has a very nice abbreviations chart. And that's not showing you anything but the abbreviations chart. In the front, it's divided into the different kinds of like outerwear and accessories and things like that. So you know exactly what you're looking for. And we'll show you in a second. But he's got a very nice index in the back. The pictures are gorgeous.
Phenomenal.
There's a master chart key, materials list key.
Yeah, if you did want to learn how to do the charted areas off of the charts, they do help you with that.
Right.
My brain just did a little explodey thing when I saw the charts, and I did a little meltdown.
I mean, he's got all. There's a section called Special Techniques, and you'll see a whole bunch of helpful things in that section. But let us show you the. Since I've got the book, I guess I'll be doing the showing. But this is the one that caught our attention when we first got the email from him, the request. This outerwear.
Yeah.
That is a sweater. It is crocheted. It has a zipper. It is hooded, and it is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Let me see. I don't think it's the first one. No, it's not. But this
one is absolutely
This is beautiful. It's simply called the Duster, and the back of it has like pleats. And we're not going to show you the back and front because if we show you everything, we'll not get onto the rest of the podcast. This is the one. Ty put this one on her list.
I put the green one on it too.
So did I. I wanted to put this one on too, but I'm not quite ready for this one. So
could you imagine that in green? That would look like Oliver Queen's outfits that in the
Arrow.
news show of Arrow.
Yeah.
So you guys could totally do an Arrow look.
So we've that's two of the ones that we've chosen. Let's see here. There's a vest in here. I think I'm going to kind of.
So let's go to the ones that we chose.
All right. Let's see here. There are so many in here.
Yes. Oh, I chose this one.
We both chose this one.
She slams the book shut.
We were told to pick 5. It was very, very hard to pick 5. These are absolutely fantastic patterns, and I'm really not going overboard. It's beautiful stuff. Let's see where's
well, this is it.
This is the one I want to. This is the one we both want to make.
This is the one I really want to make.
Beginner Cardi.
Because
and I don't know what colors he'll be sending us or what.
Or if that's one he can get yarn for.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if we'll be able to actually do that. He said to pick 5.
But that's my top choice.
Yeah, that's my top choice as well. Let's see here. I mean, these are amazing. I love this. I'm showing this because I love it. Neither one of us chose it, but I love it. That drape front Cardi. I mean, there's I don't know how many patterns. There's like
there's a gazillion.
There's a whole lot. This is well worth your purchase price.
This
is my second choice.
I think I might have chosen that one too.
Isn't that gorgeous? I think I might shorten it a little bit to wear with pants, but I could probably wear it that length of pants. And the good thing about this is that he says that you can wear it.
That would be bad for my hips because
you could shorten it.
Yeah, I'd have to.
You can, and I would, instead of wearing it off the shoulder, maybe I would wear it like they said you can wear it as a cowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I would wear it as a cowl, and I think that's gorgeous. I love this one. Now, neither one of us chose this one just yet. We want to get used to the style of Shannon's writing and stuff, but it's got, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a cable
Across the top.
Yeah, across the, I can't think of the words this morning. The cable, a cable, not a,
hold on, yoke.
Yeah, that's not the word I was looking for, but yeah, I can't think of the word. And there's a better picture of it. I'm trying to find the rest of, because we chose basically the same things except for one apiece.
Were we only off by one? Huh.
Yeah, I think so. And I'd like to show you this whole book.
But there's simply not time.
But there's not time. There's vests, there's shawls.
There's accessories like hats and...
there's tanks. And it's all beautiful. It's the way it's set up is very easy to read. It looks like it's very easy to understand. Okay, we're going into accessories here. Did you do any accessories?
You did.
I did, but did you?
No.
Okay, then I don't know if I got all your stuff. I don't think I did. You might have to...
Well, we had a lot that were the same.
Yeah.
I think we hit all mine.
Okay, this is the other one. Now, this is on my list only because I already got the yarn for it. And if he sends me yarn, I'll use it. But
well, then she has it for a specific purpose.
This is for Little Miss, you-know-who, and her obsession with a certain movie. Yes, a certain movie and a princess. So that's, and there are so many more that we could show you in this book.
And I think Little Miss Thing's upstairs.
Oh, okay.
I think she's
doing her the bathroom. You might hear her singing.
So I think you're okay.
Another awesome thing about this, I almost forgot, is the size range. It goes from like, I don't know if it's small or extra small, all the way like to 5X or something like that. Let me see.
That's a hard range to cover.
Small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, 4X, and 5X. So you've got a really, really
I didn't even know 5X
nice
existed.
range. It's a great range. So this is, I have nothing but good to say about this.
Yes.
It is. We have not done a pattern yet, but you will see in future podcasts that we will do one or two of these and show you how it's going.
Mm-hmm.
I've done his patterns before. He writes a very nice pattern, and he's very accessible. So if you think you would like it, I think you should check it out. It is on pre-order right now. And are we going to do what we said we're going to do?
Yes. The idea was, let me mark my row.
It's called Design and Crochet.
Yes.
Design and Crochet.
We were thinking of opening a thread and having people put down what patterns they'd like. I'm not sure if they can see all of them. Well, Shannon gave us pictures to post.
Yeah, Shannon did. And there's also, if you go to Amazon, I'm not sure, but usually Amazon will allow you to see inside.
But it won't give them enough. So we'll have to post the pictures that Shannon gave them to us to promote the book.
Yeah, there are 5 pictures that he posted.
No, he gave us more.
He
gave us all of them.
Oh, that's right, he did.
He gave us all of them.
Okay, so we'll put that up there.
We'll put up pictures, and the way we're going to make available, we will get a copy of the book or whatever.
Or send it from Amazon or whatever.
Send it from Amazon, most likely. And offer that as a prize. All you guys would have to do is put in what pattern you'd like to make.
What pattern you would like to make from this book.
Yeah.
It is a crochet book. It is phenomenal as far as we can tell. So if you want to have a chance of winning this.
And Mom's worked Shannon's patterns before.
I have worked one of his patterns before, and I enjoyed it immensely. Any errors I had in it was because I think the yarn I chose was the wrong yarn. It was meant for a different yarn, and I actually went smaller because of my gauge issues. I didn't know how to deal with gauge issues, and the yarn I chose was too drapey. He wrote it just fine. It worked beautifully, and I still wear my sweater because I love it. And he does a very good job. And
You're not wearing anything knitted today.
I am not.
For shame. For shame.
I just wanted to show them how, I'm trying to find a picture. This doesn't have anything except for the sizes. I mean, this is how it's kind of set up, so you can see how beautifully it's set up. Isn't that skirt gorgeous? Okay, so yeah, there'll be a thread. It is a giveaway if you think you would like this book and you're a crocheter, you knit or crocheter or just a crocheter. The thread will be up. Just say what pattern you like best or what patterns you'd like to make, and I don't know how long it'll be open. We'll give them some time.
Yeah, I think we'll give them some time.
Yeah. It'll be at least a couple weeks.
Because
probably.
it's still only on pre-order.
It's only on pre-order. And if you think you want it and you don't want to wait, it's on pre-order at Amazon. And I don't know if it's anywhere else.
I want to wait
I don't.
for our lives to be over.
Okay. We don't have time for that. Okay. Are we ready to go into autism awareness? Or?
Yes.
I need a drink. Sorry. Okay. Autism awareness is going very well.
Get through without a drink.
We have autism awareness going on very, very well. Very excited about it. Lots of neat projects. All these bright colors.
You missed Millie Quote.
Yeah, I know. I knew what it was.
Okay.
I'm ignoring you because I'm trying to get through this. Anyway, she's messing me up. Okay. Wanted to make sure I gave you everything. Autism awareness. I did want to give you an autism awareness fact.
But who will we doing autism awareness with?
We are doing.
Are we doing it by ourselves?
We are doing it all by ourselves. No. We are doing autism awareness with 3 lovely podcasters. Well, actually 4 lovely. Total of 4 lovely podcasters. Because there's 4 of us, 5 of us. 5 of us.
Are you counting us as lovely?
We are loverly. No, we have 3
somewhere.
We have 3. Come on, Ty, I can't think. We have.
How do we know the difference?
If you be quiet, you'll figure it out.
Drop my bunny.
Good.
Hey, poor bunny.
Let's see, that's probably trying to get away from you. We have 3 podcast groups doing it with us for a total of 5 podcasters. Okay.
But how many of them are lovely?
We're co-hosting with Emily, who's Chin of Fools from the Fibertown podcast. We are co-hosting also with Heidi from Undead Yarn. She is Nitty Girl. And we are co-hosting also finally with Nikki, who is Nicole from Nicolo's World. And she is Nikki 18229.
I usually just hit 18229. That's how I remember.
And so
I think Heidi is one who's like Nikki with numbers after her name. I think that was Heidi.
Okay, and I think because we have so many co-hosts, every once in a while somebody forgets one of them. There are 3 other podcasters, so you can quadruple dip if you're members of all 4 groups.
Are you writing down?
I don't have a pen.
Well, it sounds like a personal problem.
I guess. We are moving along very quickly. We have a lot of great projects and a lot of prizes. Before I go into the
you have no pen?
I do not have a pen.
Not even your project pens?
No, I don't have one.
Seriously?
Seriously, you have one right there.
I'm using that one.
You're not using it right now.
I am using it every second that it is in my presence.
Do you wish to finish this?
Meow. Oh.
Okay. I'm sorry for the very disjointed autism awareness. It's always disjointed because this one doesn't have to be quiet.
Well, if you want me awake, it's going to be disjointed.
Maybe she didn't have you sleep.
Ouch. Maybe you don't want that pen.
I'm not writing. You're writing. You're going to write with your nose?
I was going to make you write.
Oh, I see. Well, hurry up and give it to me then. I just need a pen. Okay. It's one of these.
Don't you just pop it off?
Okay. Anyway, we it's going along very well. I love all the different colors. People have made some amazing projects. I can't remember if who was it who was doing the knitted autism blanket. I can't remember if she finished. I think she just had to weave in the ends, but that came out beautifully. We have Victoria Blue is doing another pair of her mitts. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those come out. They're just gorgeous. I'm really excited about them.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Brittany made this big yellow ball, or little yellow ball.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, it was really cute because JD posted
I usually look at the thread when I'm posting the podcast, because that's when I go through and pick who gets up on the podcast. So that's usually when I look at it. So I haven't seen it since the last podcast.
We had a lot of good stuff in there.
So I haven't seen the link yet.
And if I haven't mentioned you specifically, it's just because I'm a little scattered.
Who had the autism awareness bag?
Yeah,
and
was cool.
Used Heidi's yarn.
Yeah, that was really neat. I don't remember who that was, and that was so neat.
Did she use George's pattern? No, I don't think she did all three.
I don't remember.
But
that was really cool.
That was really cool. I put it up in the last podcast because I thought it was so cool.
It was great. We have, okay, did the co-hosts, let me see. The rules real quick in the nutshell.
The rules are in a nutshell?
Yes. They should be approximately 75% bright colored. They can be started anytime. I don't care. We don't care when you started them. They just have to be worked between April and June, the April 1st and June 30th date line. You have to work them, 75% colored.
Isn't Dateline a show?
It is. To be eligible for prizes, you can have one WIP photo per project per week, and the FO whenever you finish it. As I said, all knitted or crocheted. Featured patterns, 10 hours or less patterns.
And, every group has different rules.
Right, slightly different rules.
The basic idea is still there, but just check with, like, I think Heidi and Emily are doing prizes monthly. And I don't know if Heidi's doing, like, all along like Emily is.
I think Heidi's doing everything.
I think Heidi and Emily's rules are very similar, and Nikki's rules are very similar to ours.
Yeah. Featured patterns, 10 hours or less patterns for Autism Awareness 2014, which is the Braided Bright, and the 2015, which is the Rainbow Cow.
George has been so generous.
Very generous. Those are eligible for 2 chances to a prize for the FO only. And also, any project that uses Knitty Girl 1, Knitty Girls, not Knitty Girl 1.
Knitty Girl 1's her on Instagram.
Knitty Girls Undead Yarn in the Autism Awareness 2015 colorway also gets 2 chances for the FO, because those things were all done specifically for the Autism Awareness Cal-Cals.
Mm-hmm.
We have many prizes. We have 6 patterns from Anastasia Sattel. We have 2 silver shed bags, one donated by Ann Brody herself, who is the proprietor. Check her out if you like her stuff. It's wonderful.
Herself.
Denise, who is Knitting Den, donated 2 Kikiboo bags and 2 Zeta Bubber Pills.
And they are amazing.
They are amazing. And she also has a few bags up in her shop.
And we've never seen the fabric before. It's really cool.
Oh, it's great. We have 2 skeins of yarn that were donated to us by an anonymous viewer. Thank you very much. Debbie Jackson donated a $10 or less downloadable Ravelry pattern of your choice, which is awesome.
Yes.
Heidi, who is one of our co-hosts, I skipped it.
Oh, okay, I was confused.
Autism Awareness, our Autism Awareness yarn donator and our co-host. She also donated 2 skeins of yarn from her shop, one for each of 2
And I think it already
viewers.
has to be dyed up.
It already has to be dyed up.
Yeah.
Packing knits, we bought an Autism Awareness colorway from Heidi, who's packing knits, and that's going to be also a prize, and that's a limited edition Autism Awareness. And both Packing Knits and Heidi Undead Yarn are donating all or part of the proceeds to Autism Speaks.
Yes.
We have a skein of Scano yarn to donate that we're giving away, and also 3 skeins of yarn from Emily, who is Fibertown, for 2 prizes, one of each 2 winners. And then we have a donation that we haven't received yet, so we can't show it to you, from Abby Designs, and it's going to be amazing. You're going to love it.
It's pretty exciting.
So thank you very much, Abby Designs, and I forget her name. I think it's Jan.
Yes,
Jan.
You're right.
Yeah, it is Jan. So we are very, very grateful for all your donations and thankful for them. I guess it's the same as grateful, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We're grateful and thankful.
Yeah, grateful and thankful. Not just grateful, not just thankful. Grateful and thankful. It's amazing. You guys make it possible for us to give out amazing prizes to so many people. So thank you for being so generous. And thank you for taking part.
Yes.
I'm going to keep this brief. I had more to talk about, but I'm just going to keep it brief because we're with our little,
and I have a little bit to
promo of the book, which we really love. I went a little longer than expected. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to give you some very basic. I don't think I'm going to go into characteristics today because we're running a little late.
And I have a source I want to give.
Right. Autism awareness. Okay, Asperger's syndrome was first described by Hans Asperger.
First of all, where did you get your information from?
I got it from, oh darn, I forgot the site. Autism. Wasn't Autism.
Is it the Autism Society?
It's autism.com. I will link it. We will link it. I have to go back and check. I get all my information there for the last 2 or 3 years. And I will
your sources. Come on, Mom. You know this.
I don't feel like it right now. I was too busy getting. Oh wait a minute. Let me see. Is it on? It is Autism Society.
I was right.
It's the Autism Society, and it. I don't have an email on it, but it's Autism Society. If you Google it, you can find it. So I'm going to give you a couple of very, very brief historical facts. It was first described in the 1940s by the Viennese pediatrician, there we go, Hans Asperger. Okay, he was the first one who noticed in young boys these kind of symptoms that were autistic, but they were very much more mild, or very milder. They were milder.
Very much more milder.
Okay, and he discovered that, or he was the one who brought it to the attention in the 1940s to the people in psychiatric circles and medical circles and things. Many professionals felt that Asperger's syndrome was just a milder form of autism and used the term high-functioning autism to describe people who have Asperger's syndrome. Okay.
And they're going back to that now with the DSM-5.
Well, I'm getting to that. Asperger's syndrome or disorder was added to DSM-4 as a separate disorder from autism in 1994, I think it was. I don't have it down here. That's what I think it said.
Was Davina actually diagnosed with it around that time?
She was.
Okay, so that was, she was one of the first.
It was in 1994. It's a separate disorder from autism. And, yeah, Davina was one of the first ones, I think.
One of the first ones diagnosed.
Yeah, one of the first ones. She was on the first wave. But in 2013, the DSM-5 replaced autistic disorder, Asperger's syndrome, and other pervasive developmental disorders with the umbrella diagnosis of autistic spectrum disorders. So they're not calling her Asperger's anymore. They're saying she has an autistic spectrum disorder.
Because non-specific is better.
Sorry. Yeah, I guess. I can give you some very brief ideas that. Well, I'll go over that next week because there's a lot of characteristics, or 2 weeks from now. There's a lot of characteristics, social characteristics, intelligence, and things like that we don't have a lot of time to go into, but it seemed to come into being, knowledge of it, and putting a name to it in the 1940s. It took to 1994 to be put in the DSM-4 as a separate disorder from autism, and then in 2013 they decided it was not a separate disorder. They put it under an umbrella term of autistic spectrum disorders, along with pervasive developmental delays and autistic disorder. So that's all I'm going to say about that for now, because I have a lot and I'm a little scattered because
that's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all I'm going to say about that. But she wanted to give you some information. So
yes, there is a group on Ravelry, a very good group for anyone looking for resources. It's called Flap Your Hands. Mm-hmm. And it is specifically for people on the spectrum. You have family members of people who have autism on there, friends of people with autism on there, and you have some high-functioning people who have autism on there. So very many. What am I trying to say? It's a very good resource. Through them, I found a group called the ARC. It's an organization. It's www.thearc.org. I have not fully researched them yet. They seem to be very good at this time. They have resources available for family member. They make their resources specific to what your relationship is to the person with the developmental delay. actually, their byline is the ARC for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And they help you build plans for the future for your friend, family member, whatever, who has the, I guess you would say, condition. And it's specific to what your relationship is with that person. Talking, what things to talk about, what resources you have available. Those things that I was really worried about.
Yeah, we don't.
And still have concerns about for the future. So I have a feeling I will be making use of this resource. It supplies information I have not found on other sites, although I believe the Autism Society has some of that as well.
When Taya was talking about some of the stuff, I was looking at Autism Society as she was talking and said, oh yeah, this is here, this is here. So both of them, excuse me, seem to have that kind of information.
The one thing that I know the ARC has is that if you, they are linked in such a way that Amazon has something called Amazon Smile, where if you, and when you go into the ARC, they'll give you this option of doing this. Next time you buy on Amazon, you could choose to buy, so I guess maybe they'll do like a little bit of an extra fee or whatever, and that will go from Amazon. Amazon will donate to your chosen charity or whatever.
Right.
And ARC is involved in that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
I don't know anything about Autism Society.
It seems to be very good. I've used Autism Society for the last 2 years. We've been doing the autism awareness.
I was only aware of Autism Speaks. So this has been a very, Slap Your Hands was the one who gave me more information, and they've been very helpful. And if I find out more information, I know several people in the group were asking questions in PHN. So as I found out more things, I'll let you know. Because Heidi, our co-host Heidi, had posted a very moving video. Right. It's in our last podcast.
And I have another video that she gave me that I want to put in this one if I can.
Okay, so she
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
She sent me a very moving video that covered some of the concerns with once our family members, friends who have autism get past the point of getting the support when they grow too old for that. What are we doing now?
Right. Because
and I'm not talking about the really high functioning ones who can live on their own and who can manage. I'm talking about the ones who need the family support.
Right. And there are some who are borderline or very high functioning who don't, but Davina is not. I mean, Davina is very intelligent and she can do a lot on her own, but she can't live on her own.
Yeah.
And she would need some support. What are the options available? Okay, so we will keep you every week or every other week or every 3 weeks. We will talk about something about this. I think next week or whenever we come back to this, because next week's Harold and Sheep and Wool, we probably won't do this. We'll talk about characteristics and some things like that. Okay, I guess we better move on.
I suppose we should.
I have 5. I think I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Let me see what I have here.
I mean, I guess I have 6 if you count this, which I've been working on since, 5 minutes before the podcast, but you still start.
Okay. My blanket. I want to move Shannon's book so it doesn't get tea on it.
Yes, it'd be bad for it to get tea on it since, that's the only copy we have.
Yes.
Between the two of us. So let's not do that.
I had to order another one on the pre-order here.
If he ever got a digital copy, I would snap that up so fast.
Okay, I guess I can put it back here now that's covered.
Yeah.
Okay. My first project is my What's in a Square blanket. It's my own pattern based on a log cabin. It doesn't really have a pattern. I'm just working it, and I have made a little progress on it. Oh, there's my hook. Good. I finished the variegated portion, and I've gone on to a kind of a foresty green. I did weave in a bunch of ends, but I've already got more ends to weave in.
I just weave them in as I go
along. Well, I'm always distracted when I'm doing this because we're watching.
But how would you just weaving an end?
Well, no, but it's just that Daddy's talking to me and I'm just doing other things. But it's getting...
I know understanding.
Oh, of course you don't. It's getting big. It doesn't even fit in the screen anymore. So it is...
It's a big happy rainbow.
Yeah. So I'm having fun with it. I did measure it up against the bed. I think when I finish the green, I'll measure it again. The green sections, not the row I'm currently on. I will measure it against the bed again and see if I need to go to the next color, which is kind of that yellow color, and then orange and red. See if I'm going to do the full repeat. But I'm close, and I'm having fun.
Very close.
I'm very close. Very close. Where'd the pen go? I think I knocked it over. There.
You don't be losing my pen now.
Okay, so yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's very warm. I'm using a variety of yarns. Most of them are either Red Heart or Hobby Lobby, except for I have one in here, one of my blues. I think it's this one here, which I used for my friend's shawl last year. That was fingering held together. It's Stroll Tonal in the Pacific, I think. Pacifica colorway.
I know not.
And I'm using an eye hook, I think. Yes, I am. I'm using an eye hook. I'm having fun with it. And it's in my Vera Bradley bag that I'm not going to get off the floor because I'm too lazy to pick it up.
So, I guess I will talk about this one, which I just picked up moments before the podcast.
My tea is going cold.
It tends to do that when you know, don't drink from it. Let me do my decrease.
I do not want cold tea, Denise.
Well, what's wrong with cold tea? It's just iced tea, then.
No, iced tea is icy.
I
cold.
don't understand the issue.
It must be either hot or cold, not warm.
Tea is like the best thing to have. That's just like, because when it's hot, it's hot. When it's cold, it's iced tea. It's amazing.
It's not iced tea unless it has ice in it.
You know, iced tea eventually gets warm, and it's still iced tea.
No, it's not. It's warm, lukewarm, icky stuff.
I usually, when I drink Mountain Dew, though, I just drink it right out of the bottle. I don't worry about being cold or... I don't see... Why does temperature matter?
It does, in fact.
I don't understand. So, this is the Bubble Yum, the Baby Bunny, which is my Oops the Bunny pattern that I designed. And this is Undead yarn in the werewolf base, and the colorway is the Autism Awareness colorway.
Yay, Autism Awareness colorway.
And it is in my Knitting's My Bag Autism bag.
From last year.
Yes. So, yeah, here, bunny. I could have sworn I had more done than that. Okay, I guess not. I thought it was farther than I actually was. I only finished the head. I thought I had finished the upper body, but I guess I'm on the upper body right now. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm almost done with the upper body. So there's my head, my bunny's head. And the upper body is almost done. So, if I was to somehow magically finish this before the Maryland Sheep Ball, I told Nikki that I would find a way to shove the baby bunny into my bag. Because she was like, we should totally bring some with us and take pictures.
Nikki 18229.
But she's like, to me, it was too big. I'm like, what do you mean? You don't want to strap a giant turtle on your back?
What's wrong with her?
I carry that turtle with you.
Come on, Nikki. You want to carry a big turtle on your back?
I mean, this is no problem at all, right?
Turn it on your head.
No one will notice that. Just strap it on there. Stay. Good, Sammy. Stay.
Sammy says he's not a dog. She is not a dog.
Oh, she's not staying. Stay. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, I don't think the bunny will get done in time.
Okay. My next project is my spring thaw shawl, which I'm making for
Try to say
Heidi.
that 5 times fast.
Yes. Heidi's shawl along, which I think it's still going on until middle of May. I'm not sure. It's in my Silver Shed Star Wars at bag.
You got that bag?
At bag. And I did a little bit of work on this. This is an Anastasia Zattel pattern. The scrap shawl pattern. Where's my hook?
Oh, there it is. You always lose it.
There it is. Okay. And I made some progress. I did start on the second wall of yarn. I've been kind of semi-monogamous, so I didn't do a whole lot of progress on my projects. But there it is.
Wait, you've done a lot of progress on... Oh, that's why. You can't show that one.
No, I can't. On the project that we're making. Here's where I'm at right here. I like this pattern. It's a nice, easy crochet, as long as I don't try to put spines where they don't belong. I like it a lot. It's getting fairly large. I mean, I could almost stop it here if I wanted to.
But you don't.
But I don't. I want to finish my yarn. The yarn is Reflections at Rockland, and I don't have a colorway for it, but I call it Spring Shawl.
Spring Thaw Shawl.
Spring Thaw Shawl. I could probably, well, I guess I can't really use it for Tracy's because hers is Summer Lovin', but I'm enjoying this a lot. It's not neon enough to be in Daniela's either. Not bright enough to be on, maybe bright enough for Autism. It's kind of, the green is, but not the blue. That's okay. I want to finish it anyway. I have this much more yarn to go, about 480 yards out of the 500.
And neither of us are going to get our shawls done in time for Heidi.
No, I was hoping to get one of them done, like my friendship shawl, but I have to sit down and look at it, and things have taken my attention, so I haven't been able to do that. Okay, and this is the Silver Shed extra large bag. Okay.
Am I up again?
Yes, you are.
Okay, let me finish my decrease.
Put you in, Coach. You ready to play today?
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play today.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so this is my scrap log cabin blankets. And again, based on log cabin blanket pattern. Although I've never seen the pattern, I've just seen people work their log cabins going, I want to do that. And then I did. This is just basically yarn stash. It's gotten some love, but not as much as it should have. I should finish up this log pretty soon. I know I said that last week.
Is the unending yarn.
I was hoping to finish the skein, but I think it'll be too incredibly large if I do that. So I probably should just bind this off and save this for the next blanket.
Yeah.
Maybe for the center. Because I had a fair amount left over from the last bunny I worked. Not enough to do a second bunny, but enough to leave a scrap.
I'm trying to think what I did with that. Oh, it's a DK, but still, Heidi's yarn that I did, the Shire colorway. Oh, there it is. I saw it. It cut out of the center of my eye. I can't talk.
From the center of your eye,
From the corner of my eye, I caught it. Now I can't find it. I did the Shire colorway, and I think I have enough to do a couple of squares, a couple of rows of a log. If I don't keep going, but by the time I get to yellow again, it might be too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really just need to bind this off and start another color. But there it is. Yay. It's basically hasn't grown.
It's stunted.
Hers will be done.
I'm starting on my other one.
And she'll be starting on our other one, and I'll still be working on this. And I think I started mine first.
Okay. And that bag is what?
This is my Pod Blue Batgirl jean bag.
I think it's called Shabby Chic.
No, it's Pod Blue.
No, I'm talking about the name of the type of style.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. The pattern I'm doing next is...
I've never been chic.
No. In my Funtific bag, I think this is... I don't know if she has sizes. I think this is like a medium size Funtific bag. She makes some nice bags. I haven't been back there for a while, but she does make some nice bags. I like the tie. It is my Stylish Shawl project from the Shell Shawlette pattern by Susan Hill. I think it's Hilger. I'm using a 3.75 millimeter F hook, and the yarn is Undead Yarn and Van Fury. Heidi's at Van Fury. PH is F. Van Fury base, and the Autism Awareness colorway.
Where's Van Fury?
Yeah, I don't know.
Phonetically, it should be Van Fury,
yes,
but it doesn't necessarily mean that it is.
It is. That's why I asked her what it was. So, I'm making some progress. Let me put it bottom side up this time instead of top side up. I can't talk. This is bottom side down, not up. Okay. I should just go back to bed.
It's my bedtime,
Oh, there,
not
it's
yours.
focusing. Yay, focus. I really like the way this is working up. I'm not a big fan of pops normally, but Heidi did a really good job with this. I really like it.
And you're only getting crochet feel of what
Right.
her yarn looks like?
Well, I was looking at, I can't remember who it was who did a sockhead hat in this yarn, and I actually went out and downloaded, I think it's a free pattern, so I downloaded the pattern, and when Heidi's yarn comes in, I think I'm going to try to do the sockhead hat to go with this.
Looked that awesome, huh? Looked that awesome?
Look that up.
It looked that awesome?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it must have looked that awesome if you were willing to
try and knit one.
Yeah.
It really looked pretty. It did. It just looked pretty. And so I decided, okay, the thing that's kind of throwing me is it says I have to use DPNs on the top.
You don't have to use Why do you always think, because it tells you to use DPNs, to use DPNs?
Because that's what the pattern says.
You just ignore the pattern.
I don't ignore knitted patterns.
But I've told you could do 2 circulars.
I don't know how to do that
magic,
either.
but it's not hard.
They said it gets too small for the magic loop, or I just keep magic looping.
Yeah, you could just do the 2 circulars. I would use 2 circulars all throughout.
Yeah, I might do that. But anyway, this is in my Funtific bag. I like this pattern. It's just taken me a while because, like I said, I've been focusing on a couple different projects more exclusively. But yay, fun for this. And I love the yarn. This yarn is Heidi's fingering in the Vampyr, and it's very, very soft. Very soft.
Yes, it is very soft. I have not worked with it yet.
It is very soft.
I have picked up some though.
All right.
I guess it's just moi again.
Yes.
Let me just
Vous
say
term.
my
Not
DC.
moi term. Vous term.
Does moi mean something else?
Moi means vous. For you.
Okay then. Next project. Obsidian. This is my calligraphy cardigan, which is by Hannah Fettig.
Yeah, and I want to make that.
I said her name right this time.
Yay.
Does
that use worsted? If I use Miss Babs for that?
I used Miss Babs for it.
How much yardage did it take? Well, you're making a slightly bigger size than I
I
like.
don't remember. I just look it up.
Well, how many skeins of yarn are you planning to use?
I have a bunch.
Because if I use my green yarn, I have 3 of those.
Because I just had so much. I think I have.
I have 2 skeins.
I have 3 in here, but I might have 1 other in my room.
Mm-hmm. Well, usually for our size, even for yours is only 1 size bigger than mine.
Even for your size,
well, no,
you're like a hippopotamus.
I'm just saying that it's 1 size bigger. And sometimes when you have 1 size bigger, it's the same amount of yarn.
You see her like doing this backpedal thing.
I don't. But anyway,
I'll get you a shovel.
The point remains that if you're using 3 skeins of
even
yarn,
for your size,
yes, even for my size.
Even for my size, apparently,
Yeah. You can't talk because she's oversensitive.
AT-AT?
AT-AT.
Okay, so this is Obsidian, the calligraphy cardigan. I'm not pushing my luck with Hannah Fettig. There, ha! Using Miss Babs Yazoo skein in the colorway Obsidian.
Are you using waste yarn to hold this?
Yeah. Well, this is all I had with me because I had some free time at work. While I was sitting there watching the monitors, and all I had with me for scrap yarn was some extra yarn from the hat.
And how do you waste yarn? How do you put the waste yarn in?
Use a needle.
While it's still on the hook? I mean, while it's still on the...
Yeah, it's like you have it on the needle, and you get your needle with the other yarn, and I just sort of...
Yeah, okay.
As I push one
well, it's like you put it...
stitch off, I put it on the yarn and the needle.
It's like you're doing onto another hook, but...
Yeah.
Okay, another needle. Because that, if I want to do something like this, I would rather do that than pick up stitches.
Oh, you're still going to pick up stitches.
How?
Down here at the armhole, unless you want...
Yeah, but it's fewer.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want this hole in your armpit.
I think that would be kind of cool. You just kind of have that...
I mean, I guess it'd be aerated.
Ventilated sweater.
Okay, it's one way to avoid sweaty armpits.
Oh,
But
gross. You're disgusting.
what? It's a natural function.
You are potty humor.
It is a natural function.
Potty humor.
Actually, that's the other end.
Potty humor.
What?
Gross,
Is it not natural?
juvenile, gross body humor.
Hey, we all have to sweat, okay?
Gross
It's,
body
it's
humor.
better than passing out from overheating.
And we all have to do other things, but we don't do them out in public.
Well, we sweat out in public.
You're disgusting. You disgust me.
I don't understand what's so disgusting about. I can talk about just about anything and eat food too. Talking about that, I'm thirsty.
I apologize for her behavior.
Hey, you gotta be a nurse to understand. Okay, so the calligraphy cardigan, I have finally picked up stitches for the sleeves, put them on, holder, and I am starting to do the rest of the sweater, which is exciting because it seemed for the longest time I was working toward the separation for the sleeves, and I am finally there. Yay! So I'm excited. It finally is starting to look like it might be a sweater. Actually, right now it just looks like an Aladdin vest.
What is the monkey? The little monkey.
Oh yeah, Boo.
A boo.
Although Aladdin has his,
Yeah, but it didn't have a...
well, neither did Boo's.
No, but Lucy had the furry neck.
One jump ahead of the bread line.
Yeah.
Had a sword.
It's been a while since I've seen Aladdin.
That's everything. Okay, anyway. I'm quite happy with this so far. I got quite a bit of work done on it.
I was actually wanting to do this one because it looks like it's not got anything too difficult.
I mean, you have to pick up stitches for the button band.
Well, I have to do it for any kind of sweater, right?
Just about.
Yeah. Even that other sweater. I have to go back and find my email to, I think it was Leona. Sam's Leona, I think her name is.
Sam's girl, Leona.
Who asked me about the sweaters, and I answered her. Now I misplaced my pattern, so I have to go back and look on my answer to her so I can find it again. But it's a knitted sweater that's very simple, even simpler than maybe the Tin Can Knits ones that I can see.
I love it when they have a bunch of ribbing.
Yes.
Ribbing is my friend and makes me happy. Wee.
That 2x2?
Wee. Yes.
Yeah.
2x2, hands of blue.
2x2. Okay.
Dr. Pegasus made a reference to that at work. If you're Firefly fans, you know what I'm talking about. And our non-latex gloves at work are blue. So he's like 2x2, hands of blue, and that's a totally Firefly reference. So he gained nerd points, but he's a nerd anyway.
What's your bag?
This is the Bat Bag. Na 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 na. Bat Bag.
Batman.
Bat Bag.
Are you calling him? Batman calling?
Batman calling.
Yes, exactly the reference. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we've been doing references all morning. So,
it looks closer to the, because the bat signal is more round.
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on the artist.
Usually it's more round.
It depends on the artist. If you watch movies and stuff like that, it's an oval because the bat is.
Well, the thing is, it's on a
It is on
a spotlight. And they don't usually come oval. They usually come round.
Well, maybe it's the diffusion of the spotlight.
But it looks more like what he has on his chest.
Right. Right.
I think some of the later ones have gotten rid of the yellow.
Why?
I think. Well, they keep redesigning.
Some of them do. Well, the armor ones, they do. They don't have the color. It's just black.
Yeah.
I don't like that as much. I mean,
the original Batgirl had the yellow.
Right.
Barbara's Batgirl. But I'm pretty sure. Let me go back. That. I think I hear Davina singing.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's having fun.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that if you look at some of the more recent Batmans, that they get rid of, because when you're actually reading the comic, you aren't paying too much attention. I'm just scrolling through. Batman Confidential is hidden on his chest there.
Well, we don't have time to do this.
That's true. I guess this isn't time for the no one but me really cares. Yeah, you see, in these he doesn't have the yellow. He just has the black. I thought they had gotten rid of that.
It's not important right now, though.
It's to me. Yeah, he doesn't have the yellow anymore. It's just the black. He still has the yellow belt, but
are you going to just continue?
Yes.
Come on, we have to get going.
Okay, we're done with that.
Honestly.
So this is a silver shed.
Okay. My next project is also in a silver shed. This is my silver shed 2X, and you can see this is the extra large, and this is the 2X. You can see there's a bit of difference there. It's hard to tell, but it's a little smaller. Not by a whole lot, but enough. And it shows on the inside. This is my Doctor Who Police Public Call Box bag. And I can't show you what's in here. I made a lot of progress on this. This is Tilly, the puppy here.
Springer Spaniel?
The Springer Spaniel. And I finished the head and the lower body, no, upper body.
You were about to say Tilly the timid something, weren't you?
No. This is Tilly, and I just had to think about what it was, if there was anything after it. This is, I finished the head and the upper body, and I'm working on the lower body now. And I'm having fun with it. It's a Franciscan Gypsy design. I'm enjoying it. And this is what I've been working on most of the time, because I'm trying to get it done by the deadline, because I'm testing for it. Hopefully I'll be able to make that deadline.
So, let's see. The next one, is my Tilly. Or rather, Davina's Tilly. Which she has decided is called Milton.
Yeah, mine's called Divot, the playful puppy.
So, the release date for the pattern is May 15th, which happens to be Davina's birthday. And I am trying to get Davina's Tilly done in time for her birthday.
Right.
I'm almost done with the body. I'm going on to ears and legs after this.
She keeps saying, you aren't done with that yet? You don't have the parts yet?
She keeps thinking I'm already on the ears.
Yeah. Because she knows that's the home stretch.
Yes. But even if I finish it earlier, she's not getting it till her birthday, because I'm kind of light on presents this year.
Right.
But
she's getting a lot of stuff. I mean, this is 30 for her, so
yeah,
it's a lot of stuff.
But I'm gonna get some yellow ribbon, because yellow is her favorite color, and tie a bow around either his stomach.
That would be too much. I think she'd like it better around the neck.
Or around the neck. Yeah.
I mean, you could put it around his stomach. She'll just take it off of it later.
Yeah, well, she'll take it off the neck also.
Possibly.
But regardless of where I put it, I'll have a yellow ribbon.
Yeah.
She wore a yellow ribbon.
Yes.
So, yeah, I can't show you anything yet because it's still in testing. Thank you to all my testers who are currently slaving away or waiting for yarn.
I think Tilly's got her yarn now, but I'm sure she has.
I know that she said the post was being slow.
Right.
It was driving her nuts. And it is in my Silver Shed USA Cats in the News bag.
We have quite a good showing of different bags this time. All right, let me see here. My next one is Pebbles the Baby Bird in my Autism Awareness bag.
There we go.
It is my bag, Autism Awareness bag from last year. And I think I'd already done all this. I'd finished the head and the beak last time.
I think that the blue for the beak was a good choice.
Yeah, I think so. And then I started on the body. I made good progress on that as well. It's just I kind of had to put it down. This is a little bit small circumference-wise for my hand, so sometimes it bothers me and I have to go slow on it. And since it's not a test, I'm not pushing it. But I'm enjoying it, and the yarn is, as I said, Heidi's Undead yarn. This is the DK base, the werewolf base. And I think it's working out very well. I don't know if she's still doing orders for this, but you should check out this yarn if she is.
And it's interesting how it's working differently than this one.
Yeah.
You've got more pooling.
Yeah.
For this one.
I don't know if it's because I have a different stitch size. I know it's got a little more blue than yours, which is why I asked for this one from you instead of the other, because I want it more blue in it.
But it's very interesting watching the different.
It is. It's very
versions
it's even working up different than the fingering. It's just, I don't know. Well, she said they were all individual.
Yes, she did.
And that's, because every autistic or Asperger's child, just like any other child, is different.
Right.
And I think that's very cool. So we put this in here, and I think I'm using the E-hook. No, is this one I'm using the?
I don't know which one you're using.
I'm using the 3mm between a C and a D hook. And it's in here somewhere, but I keep losing my hooks because it wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't lose my hook.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't know where it went. It's in here somewhere. There it is.
You just elbowed me.
Sorry. Not really, but I think this is a European hook. It's a 3mm, and it doesn't have anything else on it except 3mm. And when I checked on Ravelry, it says 3mm. It doesn't have anything for it. And it's between a C and a D. Okay, there. That's that.
And then I have one I can't show you. Just show you the bag. This is in my Plover Bird. She's currently not.
She's not doing bags for the foreseeable future. I guess maybe until she gets transferred back to the States. I think the postage is
just too much.
If you look on her site, she says that the postage was too expensive and she didn't feel right about raising the prices to cover it. So just keep an eye on her site until she has the opportunity to reopen, because she makes wonderful bags, but she's not doing it right now.
But this is one that I had when it came up. I just snatched it up. It's a Kissing Bunnies. This was her biggest sweater size yet.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I grabbed it when I did.
I think you grabbed that at the same time that you grabbed my tea bag.
I think it might have been.
Yeah, the pink and blue one.
So my Kissing Bunnies, it has a secret currently being written pattern in here.
It's so exciting.
So
okay, my last project is the Hopeful Cowl, which is from the Handbrake cowl pattern by Kay and Dan Jones. And I did work on it quite a bit at the beginning of the week, and then I slowed down, not because I didn't want to, but because I got sidetracked with other things. I am on the pattern section, or I guess the pattern section is what you would call it. I'll twist it up here. And this is in Miss Babs Yazawada Skein in the slate colorway. Sometimes it looks more blue than gray. Right now it's looking very gray. And it is a gray, but it has blue undertones. And I really like this pattern. It's a fun pattern. I do have to be careful because I'm a hesitant knitter. If I make a mistake, I have to go back and fix. I'm not really good at that all the time. I can't see. The only thing that's concerning about this in the round is I can't see if I have a mistake. So whatever mistakes are in here is going to end up in here. But I'm enjoying this. And I have been very active in supporting this because I think it's very important that the proceeds all go to cancer research, and that's very important.
Yes, it is.
We have a lot of cancer in our family, and this is very important. My dad's a cancer survivor, colon cancer, and, you know, I think all four of my grandparents, well, 3 out of 4 of my grandparents died of cancer, and my aunt and 2 aunts. There's a lot of cancer in our family, so this is very important to me, and I am promoting this as much as I can. If you don't already have the Handbrake, it's only a little over $1 if you want to grab it, or if you don't knit and you want to support them.
Dan said that several people were learning to knit just because of this pattern.
Yeah, well, I learned how to knit in the round for this. It's just, that's how much it means to me. I think it's very important. The pattern is a lovely pattern. It's an easy pattern, and if I say it's easy, it's easy.
Where's my
Tanya did one. Tanya likes easy.
Ah, there it is.
Tanya
Marie,
she likes easy. She did one. Turbo Knitter has done one. He doesn't care if it's easy. He does very amazing stuff.
Oh my gosh, he does
and color work and stuff. But if you want to, please, even if you buy it and you don't want to use it necessarily or gift it or whatever, to support them, if you feel led to do that, that would be great.
Give it to someone who
Give it
has
to someone
cancer?
who or someone who knits or whatever. And that's all the pushing I'm going to do for it. But it's a great pattern. I'm enjoying it immensely. And it's for a good cause. And it's in my Plover Bird Owls bag. It's a medium size that Davina got me for Christmas. It's one of the last ones, along with the tea bag and Talia's birdie bag, that we bought from Plover Bird before she closed. Okay.
So, my last one. Okay, let me go back to my show notes. Sorry, I was on my pad.
And if you wonder why we're all kind of semi-bundled up, it's only 38 degrees here.
It's cold
in Virginia. It has been cold.
I bet it's snowing where Denise is.
In Colorado.
Yes, because
we send warm thoughts your way, Denise.
She always gets like this cold weather. So, my final one is the Jewel Box Cowlette, which is the Zuzu's Petals pattern by Karina Spencer. I'm using the Flock Branzonas Alpaca Silk DK in the colorway Malcolm, and it's made to match a Diana's hat I made in the same colorway. Although that one was in fingering weights. Got some progress done on it yesterday. I love the way this thing drapes. It's this silk and the alpaca that drapes so nicely. So it's connected in the back.
Very cool.
With autism awareness stitch markers.
More about those later.
Yes. So it's working up lovely. It gets worked on when I feel like working on it. I don't know why I have it as a purse project. I don't work on it when I'm out and about. I work on the sweater instead. Which means I have this in my purse only to work on the thing that I carry with me.
What?
I bring my bat bag with me,
right.
And this just sits in my purse hanging out. I need to actually, after this is done, I need to start something that will actually be worked on when I'm out and about.
Right.
On the upside, the sweater's gotten a lot of work.
I haven't done anything on my sweater since the sweater along. I just stopped. I mean, I'm going to do it. I like it. It's just I stopped. Okay. I think we're done for that. Oh, on my Hopeful Cal, I'm using US 7s for the needles. Okay, let's see here.
Royalties.
No bookshelf. No. Okay. Yes. Royalties stash enhancement. Okay. You saw the book that we have, Shannon's book. We've had that for several weeks. It was very hard not to show it to you.
It was.
It's amazing. You want to do the stitch markers next? Or?
You go first because I'm in the middle of doing a magic
stitch
ring.
markers are the same, so I'll do the book first.
Yeah.
I got another book. We were checking out a credit card and wanted to make sure it was working properly, so my husband said, go ahead and get whatever you want, a book or something. So I picked up this book. It's called The Crocheter's Skill Building Workshop.
You should have picked something really expensive and be like, but that's what I wanted.
Well, it wasn't real cheap, but it wasn't real expensive either. This book, I've been trying really hard, and George knows this, even though I haven't gotten back to him yet. I've been having a lot of trouble with Gage. And
she thinks about getting back to you, George, and then
I do, and then I get busy.
That's her excuse, and she's sticking
with
to it.
Yeah, but this has it has a whole section. It's a skills. It's what it says, a skills building workshop, and it has a whole section on measuring gauge and stitches, row and stitch gauge, and then it has the math, which is what I was looking for. The math to deal with gauge, and I have to make sure that I can do this with something that already has gauge, because this is talking about shaping and stuff. But I think it'll be fine if I know what the inches are that I need on the project. And there's another chapter in here that has complex gauge, shaping for gauge, or getting the proper gauge. I forget what they call the chapter. I have to look for it, and that might take a little more time than I'm willing to give. But this is by Dora Orenstein, and it's very, very good. It looks extremely good. I may still contact George about putting some of this to use. I've been very bad about it. He's been very sweet about waiting for me to do this. But this actually will help me. I mean, they have swatches here to help you learn stitches and things like that, and how to shape and all that, which will help me with the fledgling designing I've been looking at, but also to be less concerned about picking up yarn for a sweater before I swatch for it because my gauge is so off. And this will be helpful. It has the math and everything. It's just amazing. She's very clear. The pictures are very clear. And I think it's going to be very useful. It's like a course. And I have a couple of books like that, but the other courses I have, I couldn't find anything on mathematics for gauge, and this has it. So I'm really happy with Dora Orenstein, and I'm sure you know the name. She's fairly well known. Okay.
So, other stash enhancement are stitch markers. You already saw mine, partially.
Hold on. Let me just write this down. Okay. Yeah, we both... This is Daniela's fault.
Was it Daniela or her cohorts?
Both. Daniela and Allie from the Caffeinated
You're going to have to write down Allie's Rav name, Mom.
Crafty Allie.
Okay.
Crafty Allie something. There's something on it. I have to... There's something else that goes with it, I think. Or maybe it's just the spelling. Anyway, Crafty and Caffeinated Gert. They, on their last podcast that I watched, and I think they have another one up, they had these amazing stitch markers. They're autism awareness stitch markers. The shop is Orange Jellyfish Dream on Etsy. Orange Jellyfish Dream, all one word, on Etsy. And this is the packaging it came in.
And we both got some.
Okay, this is the packaging. Now,
and after she shows hers, I'll show you what I think I figured out about something.
And Allie was saying what that's for, but I don't remember what she said. Okay.
I'll just show what I used it for.
Originally, I ordered these. And it's got a large wire autism awareness and an autism awareness ribbon, and then it has 6 puzzle pieces.
And I have the size for the smaller needles and for the larger needles.
Okay, and I've got the smaller ones here. Okay, and she got back to me and said, hey, I don't have the bell. Is it okay if I do the ribbon? Which is...
I'm like, yeah, sure.
Which is... Right, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah,
there you go. It's just not focusing on the corner there. The ribbon. Focus. There it goes.
There.
Okay, so when I said, yes, that's fine, I put in an order for something I decided I was wanting to get, and that's these. And there's 12 of these, and these are the larger size. And being a new knitter, I said, can I use them for the smaller ones? And she said, yeah, sure. So these
No, Mom, there's
up
specific
to, I think,
rules about that kind of thing.
I think these fit up to like a size 10.5 needle. And they're autism awareness colors as well. And these were very inexpensive. Both sets were very inexpensive for stitch markers. And for these especially, you get 12 of them. And I think it was like $6 or something. I was very impressed. And the beads are not glass or plastic. They are wood. The beads are wood on these metal, non-snaggy kind of stitch markers. So I'm really excited. I'm going to put these in my handbrake, I think, as I get around to doing them. And I'll put the one of these, maybe the autism awareness puzzle piece, or maybe the little ribbon to mark my beginning of row. So I was really excited about these.
Now, what I was noticing, I was sitting there trying to figure out how to, I only needed for my Zuzu's petals 2 stitch markers. I was like, well, how am I going to store the rest of them? They don't come in a bag or anything. And then my brain clicked because the ribbon actually has a lobster clasp.
And I think,
so I'm not sure if this is what it's meant for.
Allie said,
but
if you go back to the Caffeinated Knitting podcast where they show this, I think it's 2 podcasts back, Allie says what that's for.
But I just used it
to hold on
to my puzzle pieces, and that has a very good way. That's just a very good way of carrying it, so you don't lose your stitch markers.
Is that the only one that has the clasp? The puzzle piece, the big puzzle piece doesn't have a clasp.
No.
Okay, so that's probably what I'll use that for then, and I'll use this for the center.
So yeah, that's what I used it for. Is the ribbon to hold my stitch markers.
And I really like it. She's got great service. She's very personable. I've been in contact with her a couple times. She's very nice. And it is Orange Jellyfish Dream on Etsy. If you want to check her out. She's got a lot of autism stuff up, or did last time I went, in case you're interested
Indeed.
in these. Okay. Let's see. Anything else?
Design news. There is one pattern active there is one pattern in the active designing phase, one pattern in the sketch phase, one pattern that is currently in testing, that's Tilly the Springer Spaniel, and the release date is May 15th. Yeah. Thank you everyone who is testing for me. I'm very excited to see your doggies. Timmy, the Timid Turtle, was released April 20th. Today is the last day of the promotion sale for that. So you have till the end of today.
Didn't somebody just buy up all of them recently?
Sunshine did.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Sue did.
You said Jennifer did, didn't you? Jenny?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
No, Jenny's testing.
Oh, Jenny's testing. That's right.
Jenny's testing Tilly.
Right. That's right. She's testing, and that's awesome.
Yes, it is. I'm very excited.
I think she said she's making it for her son.
Yes.
That's cool. And I'm interested to see how hers will turn out, because I think she might be doing it in different colors.
Yes.
So maybe it's in autism awareness colors.
So I'm very interested in seeing, very excited to see how hers turns out.
She's super. She's a super sweet
person.
Yes,
she is. But back to Timmy.
Me. Timmy says me.
No, Timmy's too shy for that. I just wanted to let you guys know that you can still get Timmy for free.
For one more day.
Till the end of today. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S.
Yes.
Just put Timmy and your choice of whatever Franciscan Gypsy Design toy. You can do one of the toys, all the toys, any of the toys in the basket. And if you put any toy pattern of Franciscan Gypsy Designs in your basket, you can then put Timmy in your basket and get Timmy for free. You just have to enter the code Timmy+1. And that's all one phrase. And you can see that in the Ravelry thread. I think I actually put in notes for last podcast too. Also, something new from last week. All proceeds from my patterns will be going to Autism Speaks until the end of the Autism Awareness Cal. I know that not everyone cares for Autism Speaks.
That's the only one she knew about.
That was the only one I knew about at the time, and people have already purchased the pattern with knowledge that I was going to be donated for Autism Speaks. I have not made up my mind about Autism Speaks. I don't know enough about it. I am finding ones that seem to be covering more of what I want them to look into. I just don't know all my options at this point, and Autism Speaks was the one I knew about.
It's the biggest one. It does do good things.
Yes.
So at this point,
but different groups have different focuses.
Right.
And this is the one that, at this point in time, I'm not going to change it on people because they already donated.
And this is where both Packing Knits and Nitty Girl, their proceeds are going as well, or partial proceeds are going.
Yes.
So
that's actually how I heard about Autism Speaks.
Yeah.
Which sounds very ignorant of me, but you know, I wasn't doing much research prior to this particular autism awareness.
Right.
So yeah, all proceeds of the Franciscan Gypsy Designs will be going to Autism Speaks until the end of the Autism Awareness Cal, which is June 30th.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Autobiography.
I have written almost 4,000 words, and Talia now has the shared story.
Which I worked on a bit.
In her court over there. Other than that, yay. Other than that, I haven't done a lot of writing. I've been doing a lot of reading. I just gave her the story 2 days ago, so it's not like I had a lot of time to write. I'm trying to balance writing and crafting, and I'm finding it difficult to do that. That's why I'm so grateful for the people who have expressed an interest in my writing, even though I am sending them older things that have been published. It's kind of pushing me to think about writing again. And chances are, if they want to see more, or if new people want to see stuff, you're going to get things that are free write and stuff like that, so you can see what I'm currently doing. I don't have the brain power right now to go through a real storyline, but I can do flash fiction, and I can do, chapters and things. So that's a start. Unfortunately, my groups are kind of suffering a little bit, my writing groups, especially the one that I'm in charge of, because two of us are not completely well, and one of them needs a little more input, so it's kind of floundering over there. So I need to put some work into that one. But I am getting ready to be a prompt mistress again over at the Percolator, my writer group online, the other one, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I already have all my prompts put together, and I have a couple of ideas for that. So it's coming along. And I'm about 9 or 10 chapters into the current book we're reading, First King of Shannara.
I'm almost starting the 8th chapter.
Yeah, I'm a couple, 3 chapters ahead of her because I read all the time on it. And because I know eventually she'll sit down and she'll just zoom right through it and I'll be behind. So I keep reading.
I spend most of the time there reading behind. At least she hasn't been giving away character deaths lately.
Yeah, she's going to keep...
First book in the Shannara series. She gives away character's death.
She's beating that dead horse. You know, it's kind of been beaten.
Yeah, so you at the part where this main character dies yet?
If you keep it up, I'll tell you what happens next.
I will never read you to you ever again.
Stop pestering me. You mean thing. All right, what's next?
Let's see. I think most of it had to do with my biggest thing now, which is putting me behind on all my podcasts and the like. I've kind of sort of discovered Netflix's Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
It is very good so far. I don't read a lot of the Marvel comics.
No, it's hard to read them because they do stuff.
And unfortunately now a lot of the graphic novels do have stuff. DC doesn't seem to be quite as bad as Marvel.
It's very annoying. It's not necessary.
And also I don't like the Marvel characters as much. There's too much an overblowing of the powers. I like characters who are a little, I don't know, have to use their brains a little bit more.
You like cerebral characters. I think that there are quite a few that have the brain power.
And I also like the characters who kind of have to work harder. And aren't just handed a bunch of powers and it's like, here you go.
Well, just because you have powers doesn't necessarily make things easier.
Yeah, it's just not my favorite kind of character to read about.
Yeah, but you can't just say that because they have powers it makes everything easier.
No, but it's just not my favorite. And besides, the battles tend to be different.
They do.
They tend to be more of a power battle versus a crime.
Well, don't give them the wrong idea. I mean, you get a Batman or something, he's going to have all these gadgets and stuff that completely can annihilate something. That's power.
Yes, but it's a self-made power.
It doesn't matter. It's still power.
But the point
you
is...
can tell I'm more Marvel, she's more DC.
The crimes tend to be different as well that they deal with.
They do.
I'm not as interested in the overblown sci-fi powers. I'd like to see your crime scene dealt with. Your normal crazies.
Oh, yeah, because the Joker is so normal.
Normal crazies.
Yeah, he's so normal. Crazy. I mean, because everybody...
He's a whack job.
Yeah. Technical term?
Yes, it is. But the one Marvel character I do really enjoy is Daredevil.
See, I like Daredevil, but I also like Nightcrawler.
He is like Bruce, Batman, deals with the day-to-day type of crimes. He does have something in the way of superpowers, but what balances that equation for him is the fact that he's blind.
Right.
So really it just gives him balances out a little bit. I mean, he has more in so that he can see, 180 degrees around him. See 180 degrees around him.
In quotes, sonar.
Yeah.
Sonar.
But there's weaknesses with that. I mean, yeah.
Well, all the characters.
But he tends to face the crimes that I like to see.
Right.
That are more something I can relate to. So I've been enjoying that. Actually, one of my comics that I have, Marvel must have paid big bucks to DC for this reference because Daredevil goes swinging by, he's talking on the phone with his partner in the lawyer practice, Foggy.
Yeah, he's funny.
And someone in a bus looks out the window and is like, "Hey, is that Batman?" And it just cracked me up because that's what Daredevil is. He's like the Batman for the Marvel Universe.
Sort of. Yeah.
I don't think he's quite as smart as Batman, but you have to be pretty smart to be a lawyer.
Yeah. Especially a pro bono one.
Yeah. Or you could say he's just dumb because he takes whatever comes along.
I prefer to say noble.
Noble. Okay. We'll go with that one.
Although there's other things I don't particularly approve of for...
And that is the phone, which we're
going to ignore. Yes. It's probably my parents because they just got back from Panama.
But yes, I'm enjoying the Daredevil series.
Out of area.
Scott Glenn played.
Pause it for just a second.
Hold on 1 second.
Now we're back. That was my husband. I let him go to voicemail. I'll call him as soon as we're done because we're almost done.
She made Mr. PHN wait just for you guys.
Just for you guys, yeah. Because I might be on the phone for a while if I talk to him. So.
But Scott Glenn shows up playing Stick, who trained Daredevil to get control of his abilities, and then they have what's her face who played in in Men in Black.
Oh, yeah, they have Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. So they have a couple of people who are names.
But she's not Elektra. She's somebody else.
No, she's a nurse.
Yeah.
Which is finally smart that someone actually references the fact that, these heroes need to be patched up somehow.
Well, the one they usually do have that is Flash. They usually have a nurse for him because of his heart. He's going so fast.
Well, that was the old Flash series. You don't see that in the new one.
Yeah, they should. They should reference that.
But the series is really good. It's it's gritty. He gets hurt pretty badly, and he deals with the side effects of it. I mean, there's a point where he's fighting a hallway full of guys, and he actually starts getting sloppier as it gets on because he's getting tired.
Well, all they have to do is make a lot of noise, too. If they make a lot of noise, he can't see.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what Bullseye does.
Yeah, and Punisher knocked him down with supersonics.
Yes, we are definitely geeks. We're going to move on now.
Okay. But, yeah. But very much enjoying the show. I think it has a feel of the comics. I'm not strong enough in my Daredevil lore to know if everything is correct with Stick. Mm-hmm. I am familiar with all the characters.
Well, Rosario Dawson's is a new character.
I'm not sure about that because I'm not strong.
At least I've never heard of her. I used to really like Daredevil when I was a kid, but
I'm not strong enough in the Daredevil lore. I've read Frank Miller's Daredevil, but not Born Again. I have Born Again. I haven't read that one yet. I read the intro to Daredevil, which is kind of like his Batman Year One, but for Daredevil.
Yeah, I read that, I think.
But I have not yet.
That's the one with Gwen Stacy, isn't it?
Gwen Stacy's Spider-Man.
Not Gwen Stacy. Maybe I didn't read Daredevil.
The one with Gwen Stacy you're thinking about is that's Jeff Loeb.
But I'm saying that's the Year One.
Oh, and that's what's so good is okay.
No, Ty, we can't go into this.
Okay, I'm almost done. Jeff Loeb helps produce this show, which is why it's so darn good. Yeah. Because he did Batman Hush. Mm-hmm. He did Batman Superman Public Enemies.
Right. That's a good one.
Those are both very good comics. Yeah. He did Spider-Man Blue.
That was good. That's the one with Gwen Stacy.
Yes. He did Daredevil Yellow.
That's the one
which is very good.
Yeah.
This man has done a ton of awesome comics.
Yeah. Now I can't remember. Is he the artist or the writer?
He's the writer.
Okay.
The artist who usually works with him, I don't usually like his style, but he usually works with him, and I can't remember his name right now.
Right.
But yes, so this show has a lot of potential. Jeff Loeb's hand is in it, so I'm very happy about it. So Nerd Out, all done for now.
Because she doesn't listen. Okay.
I'm in my happy land.
Yes, I can see that. But I have to go to work and you're making me late. Okay. All right, we want to thank you. I want to thank Bella Sox and Maria Wilhelmina once again for the prizes that we're coming to the bottom of those because we've been using them for for everything. They're very great. And I think it was Bella Sox who sent us more. So we thank her for that.
Yes, thank you.
And we want to thank the people who have commented on YouTube. Jennifer Elson, I think she's on Facebook as Cuppy Cake something or other.
She is Cuppy Cake Crochet.
Cuppy Cake Crochet. I just
did I invite you? I meant you.
Yeah, you did. I want to thank her and Sissy Knitting and Crochet, who is Sissy, and Knitty Girl 1, who is Knitty Girl, who's Heidi, and I think she does this to me on purpose. Catulas, no. Catulas 85, who is Oxytune Kitten, who she gave us a wonderful. You have to look at in the group. I think it's in the last podcast thread. Oxytune Kitten explains her name, which is really cool. It was awesome. So we thank all of them. But I think she does these names. I think she thinks what's the most difficult thing the podcasters will have to say, and that's what she gets. And
that's totally what I think about when I,
She makes me laugh. She gave me a wonderful explanation, all of us, and it makes me happy. So we thank you for all your comments on the YouTube channel. If you are commenting on iTunes, could you please let us know, because I don't get any notifications. You
don't get notifications for iTunes.
So so I would love to read them if you're doing it on iTunes. I don't see them very often because I can't get into my iTunes. That's funny. I have to check and see if the update allows me to do it now, because it tends to freeze up on me.
And our internet's been a little weird.
It's been a little wonky the last week, 3 days.
Yeah.
To close up before we say goodbye, we are going to be at Maryland Sheep and Wool, as far as we know, on Saturday.
Look for the hat. I'm going to be wearing the cowboy hat, so we should stand out.
Yeah, and anyone who has seen me at Fiber Festivals in the past knows I normally wear a white, kind of a golf hat. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's usually kind of a creamy white hat.
Look for the cowboy hat.
Look for the cowboy hat.
It'll be a little easier to find.
Ty and I might be together by ourselves, or we might be with Mr. PHN and Davina, depending on when we split up.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping to get there early because I want to get to Miss Babs when she opens.
We will have PHN cards
and PHN magnets.
And something that's really exciting, I ordered some Franciscan Gypsy Designs cards.
Yeah. So if you see us, ask us for them. If we still have them, we will give them to you. We're more than happy to share the magnets and the cards. So, just don't be afraid to say hi. We would love to see you and talk to you, and hopefully for podcast or meetup, we'd love to see you all. Emily and Nikki and Tanya.
Emily, Nikki, Tanya. Tanya's mom.
Lucy.
And the Nick girls are going to be there.
Yes, that's going to be exciting. I saw Les and Lala last year and got pictures with them, and they're amazing. I still have their pen somewhere.
I have it in this.
Yeah, mine ran out of ink.
There's my
Mine ran out of ink, so I still have it, but it doesn't work anymore because I was writing with it. So, and I think that anybody can go to the podcast or meetup.
Well, that's basically a Ravelry meetup.
It's a Ravelry meetup, but, if you see us, join us. I think, I don't know what it's called. Emily knows what it's called. She might mention it on her podcast if she does another one before Maryland. I don't know if she will, because she just did one. But it's, they have like vendors standing up. There's a paddock where they have like dog show.
Did they announce it, Mom?
So they did one year, but they didn't the next year. They have like a paddock, and then it's on the very end. But if you've gone to that, it's too far. You move up a little bit to the other side, and there's like an open area where they'll have vendors and things, and that's where we had the podcast to meet up last year. I don't know what it's called, but you'll see it, and you'll know it, I think.
I don't know. I've never been. This is my first time, because the first year, I think we found out too late, and I was working. Mm-hmm. It was my weekend to work, and
I didn't think I was going to be able to go.
Yeah, and last year, I couldn't take off because we were getting a new computer system for work. And no one was allowed to take off time during that period of time unless it was like for something incredibly important, like a family life event or something.
And my husband was very sweet because we've been having trouble with our lawnmower, and he thought he was going to have to stay home this coming weekend for Maryland Sheep and Wool. And he usually drives because Ty is so tired. I don't like driving in the D.C. area. So I said, oh.
Well, we would have gone anyway.
Well, we would have gone anyway, but he knew I wasn't happy about it. And so about 20, 30 minutes later, he says, I'm going to take Friday off so we can fix the thing on Friday and I'll drive you up. So he said, I know you wait for this all year. I have an awesome husband. Mm-hmm. I really do. He's very supportive. So we'll be there. God willing, we'll be there and look for everybody. And if you see us first, please stop us and we'll say hi.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've not been yet. So
yeah, we're very excited about it. So I think that is it. Anything else?
No, I got the bottom,
baby bunny bottom.
Bunny bottom.
Bunny bottom.
A bunny bottom has been started. But a bunny bottom has been begun.
The line must be drawn here.
The line must be drawn here.
Okay.
Okay, reference time is done.
Yes, I was going to say something, though. Check out the thread about the Shannon's book.
It is not started yet.
It's not started yet. When we get it up, look at the pictures, go to Amazon, see if there's anything there that you can look at the pictures there maybe, say what you like, and at the end of the 2 or 3 week period, whenever we decide to close it, and the pre-orders are done, we will gift you one, one book. So just say why you want it, what pattern you'll do. It is an awesome
it'll
book.
Be done by random number generator.
Yeah,
you don't have to have the best pattern choice.
No. You will not regret it. It's awesome. Okay. All right. So, having said all that and blathering aside and all the nerding out,
it was worth nerding out for.
We wish you a very wonderful, blessed week full of every good thing. If you're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool, we look forward to seeing you there. And we look forward to talking to you next week. And this is Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 150.
So she made me restart the video just so she could end. I actually should stop her.
You know what? I'm tired of being interrupted.
It was total accident. My hands.
This is
My hand slipped.
Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast.
I'm so sorry.
Episode, sure you are. Episode 152, I believe. I'm trying to find it now because she messed me up.
It's 152.
Episode 152, and that's a wrap.